Welcome back to the channel, guys. So in this video we're going to talk about the narcissist's bad reputation. And what do I mean by this? I know a lot of you know what I mean by this, but when it comes down to it, if you are dealing with a narc, I would almost guarantee you these people at some point in time build a very bad reputation. And that is because they continue to use people, abuse people, cheat on people, and then move on as if nothing not even happened. They're not acknowledging the things they do. The things they do to you to make you feel some type of way. They're not moving on from the situation and then going around thinking about what they have done to you. They're completely moving on to an entirely new world with somebody else and other people. And they continue to do this. They continue to prey on people like vampires, and they are sucking the blood out of you because they do not have life form themselves. Some of these people will leave you because they know you will leave them. In situations I've been in, this has been true. Because I was never, like I said, in situations where I've been like abused and took it. I was just in situations where I got like attached to people and cared about people and then got screwed over. Because these people know I would never put up with anything. And it's not like anything like that ever happened to me. And I'm staying in these abusive, toxic relationships because that has never happened, because I don't tolerate that stuff. But it still hurts a lot whenever you really like somebody and they rip your heart out. It still affects you just as much as anything else. That's where all the damage is done. You can stay in a relationship and continue to be getting abused. It's nothing like having your heart completely ripped out and then stomped on and then they're gone. That's the worst of the entire situation of what happens in the abuse cycle. It's still not good by any means to be like getting abused and gaslighted like while in the relationship, but the worst of it is at the end, the discard phase. That is the worst, because you're left alone, you're left by yourself whenever you were like attached to this person, and it's like you became dependent on them because they brainwashed you into being like this. And when it comes to their bad reputation, I'm gonna relate it to something that I just thought of in my head, to be honest. If you guys ever watched the movie Stepfather, that's what the movie is called. I'm pretty sure this one was made in like 2007 or 8. But it's a movie of a father that he will get into this family. He like wears this ring as a mask, and he'll meet like these pretty girls, these pretty like single ladies at a grocery store or something like this, and he'll spark a conversation and they'll see that he has a ring, and then he says like, my wife died and all this, and then he makes like people feel bad for him, and then he gets involved like with a single mother and her family. So he'll get together with them, they'll start a family, they get together, and then he kills everybody in the house. This is a movie, this is not real, but when he does his work, he will kill the wife, whoever's in the family for kids, however many, and he will change his appearance, and he like fled the scene, the murder scene, and like left, completely moved places, and completely changed his appearance. So like, let's say he's clean shaved, he'll like grow a beard, and he'll get more like scruffier, and he'll just completely change his appearance. And he goes around doing this to many, many, many different families. That is like what the narcissist does whenever they start to build a bad reputation in the place that they come from. Because they're going to get caught. They're going to get caught, and they know nobody is going to want anything to do with them. So what do? They might move places and play their games and manipulation on other people in different places who don't know about their past history. And best believe they lie about it. Best believe they're going to turn the tables and say, oh, these people were so bad to me and blah, blah, blah. When in reality, they are complete bull-faced liars and say this to mask it up. And then the abuse cycle starts all over again with new people who do not come from where they come from. So they're going to start dating people elsewhere in different places who don't know their games because they only screwed over almost everybody where they come from in their hometown. So now they got to go elsewhere and put on a new mask. And that all comes from building that bad reputation. So they basically shoot themselves in the foot their entire life. And this is their lifestyle. This is how they live. Scam artists, frauds, fakes, phonies, people that don't know how to love, people that don't know. They don't have any healthy boundaries. Everything about them is just sick. They are sick people. They are sick people in the head, and they're going to mess up everybody else's life that they deal with to a certain extent. And this is the cycle. They don't even deserve to be here, to be honest. They should be locked up because they're taking souls. When they do the things they do, it makes people feel crazy. I felt crazy from a lot of things that happened like in the past. Like, it makes you into a person that you are not for the time being until you come back to and like heal from the situation and realize what had just happened and what this person actually is. And it's insane. But a lot of it has to do with the way they did grow up. They could have grew up like so superficial with a single mom. They could have grew up so like the meaning of love was just not it. Like it just wasn't genuine love that this person like might have got. Even though it might look like on the outside that like, let's say a single mother is like taking her son or daughter or something like this, doing something. It looks like she's taking care of her, but really there's no real genuine love with anything she's ever doing with her own daughter or son. You know what I mean? There's just no love involved. It's like all for show to make her look good. And this is what creates a lot of these individuals. Having parents like this that do everything for show to make themselves look like the hero, to make themselves look good. When really they are the toxic ones. Their own parents are the toxic ones. Their own parents have created their own little monsters. And then they grow up and it's a cycle. They become this. Now everything they do in their future is going to be like how they're going to do it how they did it to their kids, unless you're the one and you're the scapegoat and you can break the cycles. With me, this was not a factor growing up. I never went through things like this, but I know of people who did. And I know how it turned them out to be. And you just read up on stuff like this and see videos of stuff like this, and it is true. And it makes sense. Like, I didn't have the worst upbringing ever. I had a pretty normal upbringing. Like, just below normal probably. There's always like little troubles, but it wasn't bad at all. Like, it really wasn't at all. I don't complain about it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I had a good time growing up. There was nothing really wrong. Could it have been a little bit better? Could have. But nothing's perfect. This world is not perfect. Human beings aren't perfect. And like I said, I had a good time in my childhood. I had a good time growing up doing the things that I did. I didn't experience traumatizing things until like probably the high school days. Other than that, things were pretty damn good. And that's when you start getting to the age where people really start to turn like into that type of way. They even say like when guys and girls get to the age of about like 17, 18, their narc tendencies can really come out and they can start doing these things. And things started happening to me, you know, and I got in with the wrong people. And the shit hurt, but you learn from it. You live and you learn from it, and you don't make those same mistakes over and over and over and over again. Because there's many times, even within the last couple of years, that I could have made terrible mistakes. I could have gotten in with the wrong people once again. Did I let that happen? I did not, and I did not let nothing affect me. But I've seen certain situations where things could have happened, and I didn't let it happen. And I am more than 100% okay with being by myself until the ideal thing comes along that is not going to try to literally destroy me as a human being. Like, and honestly, I don't need shit. I really don't. I'm just busy improving my life, doing the right things, trying to stay on track, trying to stay focused, trying new things here and there, and making the best out of everything. And I ain't giving in to this fake stuff, this superficial stuff that people can flaunt in your face, and it might look like a good looking female that you could get with, and all of a sudden you're paying a price because you took the bait from the devil. You took it. I've had these things flaunted in my face many, many times within the last few years even. I did not take the bait. I didn't take it. And I don't care who it is, I never bite down full on that hook. Something might catch my eye. Something might entice me a little bit, and I might swim near that hook. I might come a little bit close, see what's up. But I'm never biting down, because I used to do that with certain like things that happened in the past. It's like, this looks like an ideal situation. Clam! I'm biting down. Never again will I do that, because I ain't the one that's losing out. I ain't the one that's losing out for not biting down. Everybody else can take that loss, because I ain't taking the loss. I ain't got nothing to lose. I only have everything to gain. And I want all you guys to have that same exact mindset. You're not going to, just because you don't bite down on a certain thing that might be waving its flag in your face today, or for the rest of the days, if you don't bite down on it right quick, and you might think in your head, I might lose out on this if I don't do it. Don't think that way. Because it's not your loss, it's theirs. You know who you are. You are a good person. You are a good person with value. If they really want you, if they really deserve you, they're going to be there. And they're not going to be a walking red flag. It's going to be good to go. And if they're patient with you, that's a pretty good sign. But still don't bite down on that. You know, like, don't fully bite. See what is up with the situation. Don't ignore red flags. Don't ignore that this person has undeniable flaws. People can have flaws, but like flaws that is crossed in line type of flaws. Do not mess with that. Do not. Do not do it. It's just a dangerous world in general that we're living in today. It truly is. And you gotta be on your P's and Q's. You have to be sharp. If you are sharp, the narcissist is no match for you, Mr. Man. If you are sharp, the easiest way they can get you is if you were on your hands and knees praying to God to make life better for you. If you are your best self, they are way too insecure and they are way too down far below to get you. You are too far up for them. Mark my words. It's not when you are at your best is when they're going to get you. They might really want you, but they're not going to be able to pull it off. If they did, they'd get you over text. They'd never be able to pull it off in person. So remember that too. And watch out for these people that build a bad reputation, because there's some of those around. And they're sneaky. And they're good at what they do. So just watch out. And I'm going to cut this video short, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this topic. I'm going to get out of here now and get on with the rest of my evening. Relax a little bit for once. And come back tomorrow with some more fresh topics. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the evening, and I will be back tomorrow. Until next time, peace out.